Hi and welcome to another update video. Yeah, quick update because what is ADA doing? ADA currently outperforming the top 10 together with Solana. I already indicated in the previous videos that Solana and ADA both currently move very well together. So what did we see already earlier today? We saw here a potential breakout happening earlier, made you aware of this potential breakout scenario with this ascending triangle. Yeah, this was a interesting trade setup, ascending triangle and descending broadening wedge, two bullish patterns at the same time, broke out of both, and then in addition to that a move above the 78.6% Fibonacci level. That was interesting, yeah, and we are already on our move here from 54 to the next resistance level that will be here already in around 60 cents. Yeah, this is the next resistance. And this would also decide then if we make a higher high or not. On the 4-hour chart here, we had the previous candles close at around 58.5, but actually the actual high here of the wick was at 60 cents, yeah, 60.7 cents. So good to see that the breakout did happen. Yeah, we even had a little bit of a retest, and we'll probably see that on the 1-hour chart. There you go, we moved above the 78.6% Fibonacci level. The ascending triangle worked out. I told you that the likelihood is actually quite high that the breakout occurs here. And what did I show? I think I showed you on the 1-hour chart the RSI and explained it with that. And I told you that here, when where we now approach it, the RSI, the relative strength index, which is a momentum indicator, a trend strength indicator, was higher than the previous one. The previous time we didn't make it, and even the time before that, where was it? Here it was also lower, here it was lower, and now finally we had an even higher RSI when we tried to break through here. When you get that situation that you approach one resistance level various times and the RSI is higher than the previous times, then it increases the likelihood that the breakthrough will actually happen, and that played out because the trend is stronger than the previous times. Yeah, I mean, this year we moved down, we came higher, the RSI was very low, actually in a downtrend. Here we tried it once, RSI was around 56, failed, tried it again, failed at an RSI of 58. Here tried it again and the RSI was at 59 to 60, so it was a bit higher, increasing the likelihood of a successful breakout. But I also emphasize that you never know if a breakout will occur, and therefore usually traders would wait for the breakout anyway. Yeah, and then potentially here, this would have been an interesting entry point with that bullish candle here, engulfing green candle on the lower time frame, looking for better entry points. There you go, engulfing green candle would have worked out very well after the retest, textbook like, and already nice profit since then. So going all the way up now to the next resistance level, I mean, already probably at around 59 cents you will feel resistance, and then if the market can push through here, we have a high RSI now, then it could even move to the next high at around, as I said, 60 cents would be the next one. That would be that wick here somewhere, but then the next swing high would be around 65 cents. Really relevant level, a really relevant level is that 75 cent level. That would be the main target of that wedge, because a breakout of the wedge would ideally move back to the beginning of the wedge. So 75 cents, this would be an ideal target, and that would be from down here, a nice, from where we are currently, a nice 31%. Yeah, so we are in a nice short-term uptrend here potentially at the moment, but too early to say we are back in an uptrend actually, because while we are, well, on the 4-hour here, you're not really making higher highs yet. We need to move above that high. Then you are back in an uptrend, yeah, officially, because then you have broken the previous swing high. Could very well be that we just get rejected here and then move down from here. So short-term upside, as I have emphasized in previous videos, absolutely possible. I generally don't think, though, that the low for the crypto market is in. That doesn't mean we couldn't see some short-term recovery, even all the way up to 75 cents or even $1, and then turn down. We've seen similar things before, where the altcoins recovered 100% and more in a short period of time, and then they came down quite a lot and failed to make a higher low. They all made lower lows and dropped then one more level down into these target areas here in which we currently are. Some were broken even to the downside, some target areas. So Yeah, it is tough at the moment out there. It is interesting at the moment. I'm extremely careful in the market. Yeah, so ADA looks good. ADA I have no concerns about at the moment. It is one of the coins that that did not correct down that much. We see a lot that corrected down even below the 88.7% fib level, and there isn't much support left for many of them. But, and you pointed that out as well, and that is correct, a lot of cryptos in the last bear market also dropped below the 88.7% Fibonacci level. In fact, let's take a look, because I told you that below the 88.7% fib level, it's getting statistically a bit critical for altcoins. Just not only altcoins, but generally for assets that drop below that level, they really struggle to recover when that happens. But maybe it's a crypto thing that they do that. I can only really talk about my experience with Elliott waves and what other cryptos, or what generally happens, yeah, with assets that drop below these levels. They have a difficult time to recover. And yes, someone pointed out very rightly that ADA as well in the last bear market did drop down to nearly zero as well. Yeah, so it did not actually find support at the 88.7% fib level. Absolutely correct. And it did make a new all-time high. So absolutely, I just still have to point the risk out, because I don't want to be the person that pumps everything, because there have been numerous examples of coins that dropped below that critical level, and also stocks and shares that just died below that level, because it is the last main Fibonacci retracement level. But I've also said that it doesn't mean there is a guaranteed death for that coin. It just means that it will have a hard time to recover. And ADA had a hard time to recover. It dropped below that level in July 18, and it came above that level in January 2020. In January 21. So you could argue it had a really hard time to recover, didn't it? And therefore we want to avoid that. Ideally, we want to avoid that if we can. So this is just sort of the message I can give you here. So looking interesting for ADA, great development that it started to move out of the target area, that we have a breakout. Yes, the daily candle isn't closed yet, and it will close in around 4 hours. So to do that, we obviously need to move here further up, and we want to close the candle here on the daily above 55 cents. That would be a positive signal, and we could then move maybe in the next few days further higher. Bear in mind, the daily candle isn't closed yet. Daily candle isn't closed yet, but the 4 hour, we already closed 2 4-hour candles above that level. And we have an engulfing green candle, one of the most reliable candlesticks in terms of trend continuation or trend reversal. All right, that's my view about ADA. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.